Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a rundown of all the new perfume releases this March 2022. There's been quite a few coming out. We have Mother's Day at the end of March here in the UK, so lots preparing for that. And then it's in May in the US, I think. So I'm going to be taking you through all these new releases and letting you know what I think of them, first impressions. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I have a video like this every month going through all the new releases, along with hundreds of other perfume videos, so do check them out. And if you're a regular, then do check to see if you're subscribed, turn on notifications and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And down below in the description box, I'll leave links to where you can buy all these new perfumes, as well as my videos on some of their ranges. I'll leave links to where you can buy them in UK, Europe, North America, Australia, where they're available. Cool, so where should I start? So I think I'm going to start with the one that I've probably had the most questions about and interest in, which is the new Narciso Rodriguez Musc Noir Rose. So last year we got Musc Noir, this year we have Musc Noir Rose. So if you've been watching my channel quite a bit, you'll know that I really love the original Narciso Rodriguez for her. It's a beautiful, clean cotton musk. The Musc Noir from last year had a lot of heliotrope in, so it was quite almost oriental and quite strong. The new Musc Noir Rose is not quite as intense as last year's Musc Noir. It has that rose in instead of the heliotrope. It also has tuberose in, and it has a sort of vanilla-y plum, which combines quite seamlessly with the musky notes. So this still feels warm. It feels that plummy warmth, like an autumnal scent, but it's not quite as in your face as Musc Noir was with all that heliotrope. So I think if you did like Musc Noir, you probably will like this as well. It's just a bit softer, perhaps better for the spring. But if you like original Narciso Rodriguez for her, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll like this, because it's a bit heavier, more intense, a bit darker, and a bit more slightly oriental, like a Turkish rose. But I can see this doing very well. The Narciso Rodriguez perfumes are amazing for lasting, so this will definitely sell well, and I like the bottle with it being all pink. Another big release this month has been the new Dolce Lily from Dolce Gabbana. Their bottles are so iconic with these floral lids, and this being hot pink definitely has drawn a lot of attention. This is a really light fragrance. It's an eau de toilette. It does smell of lilies, like a bouquet of lilies, but it really is very delicate, very slight. So this is for someone who really wants a light perfume, perhaps something for super humid weather, or if you're very sensitive to fragrances. If you're looking for something that lasts with projection, don't recommend going for this at all. If you like lilies, then check out J'adore from Dior. That's a better lily option for lasting. So it's pretty, it's cute, but I would say would be good for like a sort of 12-year-old or something as like my first perfume, but not for anyone that wants like a strong, serious perfume, unfortunately. So it's not great value for money. Next we have the new Valentino Born in Roma Coral Fantasy, quite a long name. This is the third version of Born in Roma. The original is quite sweet and quite sexy. Then we had a Yellow Dream, which is very light citrus. And now this Coral Fantasy is a kiwi fragrance, so a little bit unusual. It then has a ombre musk and rose in, but it's fresh, it's spring summer. It is an eau de parfum, and it does have better performance than Yellow Dream, but it's nowhere near as strong and intense as original Born in Roma. I think it would be nice to mix with the original to add that like fruity summer vibe, and on its own it's a pretty floral kiwi, but it doesn't have much lasting power. It lasts a few hours, so it's definitely for me one I would layer on with something else that's stronger. But it is a pretty scent. It's pretty safe as well if you're looking for a gift, and I love all the coral colour packaging. It's one of my favourite colours. Next we have the new Este Lauder Beautiful Magnolia Intense. This is following original Beautiful Magnolia that came out last year, or perhaps the year before, no, last year. And that it was a really fresh gardenia magnolia. Beautiful Magnolia Intense is not about the magnolia at all. It's actually an iris and violet perfume, so the name is a bit misleading. It's definitely intense, it's strong, it's powdery, it's a heavy floral, floral. So it's for someone that likes iris and for someone that likes violets. So not the same kind of taste as original Beautiful Magnolia, but it is strong, it's good for lasting, just like the original was, but totally different. We have a new limited edition from Este Lauder in their Erin range. This is Mediterranean Honeysuckle Mimosa. This really is a beautiful, fresh sea breeze of mimosa with a hint of the honeysuckle underneath, but it's really classy and pretty, and there's a grapefruit making it fresh. And I found that it had better lasting power projection than original Mediterranean honeysuckle, which is more delicate, and this one has tuberose in, which helps it have a bit more body. So I really like this. It's a shame it's limited edition. It's an eau de parfum, but it's not super heavy. The Erin ones, the summery floral ones, tend to be quite delicate and understated, but beautiful bottle, beautiful scent. I'm really loving this. We have a new Gucci Guilty Intense version. This is a much stronger version of the original Gucci Guilty, which is quite strong. Lots of patchouli. There's also quite a lot of plum in here, and a good old amount of violets and vanilla. So you get that powdery violetness, that warm plum, and that strong patchouli. It is quite strong. So if you like the original and you're looking for it to last even more, be even stronger, then do check out the new Intense version. And we have a new lighter version of Gucci Bloom. It's their Gucci Bloom Eau de Toilette. It comes in this frosted glass bottle, whereas Eau de Parfum is a opaque colour. This is a fresh neroli, jasmine, tuberose, orange blossom, citrus delight. It's less overpowering than original Gucci Bloom, which I find to be a very strong white floral. This has that more citrusy and neroli vibe, which makes it better for spring summer. So if you like original Gucci Bloom, I do recommend getting this for the hotter weather, for spring days, summer days. It has that same signature Bloom DNA, it's just fresher and more citrusier. We have a new one from Maison Margiela in their replica range. This is called When the Rain Stops. Now, for me, this doesn't actually smell like When the Rain Stops. It doesn't have that after rain feel. I think it's called petrior. For me, this is actually quite masculine. It has some mossy notes in, some pine notes, and that's really what I get. So it feels, and quite masculine rose as well. So for me, this is for a good one for men if you're looking for something a little bit unusual for a man. For fans of sweet, fruity fragrances, Nina Ricci have a new perfume, Nina Extra Rouge. We had Nina Rouge last year, but this new one, Extra Rouge, which has this matte finish, is a stronger version. It's Eau de Parfum. It's raspberry and blackcurrant with the caramel underneath. So it really reminds me of original Nina by Nina Ricci, the apple transparent bottle one. It's fruity, it's fun, it has better lasting power than most of the Nina Ricci's, and the bottle is adorable. We have a new version of Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. The original Bronze Goddess is coconut and tiare flower. This one has a more green, spicy hint to it with a hint of pepper. So it's a bit fresher, it's greener. I personally would have called it Bronze Goddess Verde, you know, green. So it still has that coconut undertone, but rather than tiare flower, it has orchid, and then it's got these salty and peppery notes. So, and it's just a bit more greener, but it's kind of still has that same DNA. So that's the new Bronze Goddess Nuit. And then lastly, this has been out in the States for a few months, but it's just come out here in the UK. It is Ariana Grande Thank You Next 2.0, a purple version of the original Thank You Next. Totally different smell. Thank You Next was a sweet, sort of sweet shop smell. This one is fruity, a bit fresher, more for your fruity daytime vibes, and comes in this more purple color that's more like harem type colors. So I think it's limited edition and totally different to the original. So if you're a collector of the Ariana Grande perfumes, get this before it's gone. Cool, so that is my rundown of all the new perfumes this month. Let me know if you've tried any of these, which is your favourite. Let me know down below in the comments. And like I said, I'll leave the links to where you can buy these in the description box as well. But that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.